Billy Beige here. So, after the success of the Master of the Universe Origins Eternia playset, a playset based on the original Eternia that had a little over 4,000 of those playsets ever made. Remember that. Mattel put out a poll last year on what the next crowdfunding playset should be for MOTU Origins. Between the Fright Zone, really cool, uh, the Doom Tower from Filmation, the attack track, which is kind of based on at least the art here, a little bit on the Filmation there again. The Horde Crawler, definitely from Filmation, definitely from Princess of Power, and the all new Snake Lair that was based on Axel Jimenez's original concept art that was teased on Fangor. The votes were cast, the Snake Lair won, and it looked like we were in store for a clamshell style playset that fit perfectly with Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. Then San Diego Comic Con happened, and they revealed Snake Lair. And Snake Lair did not look like Snake Lair's concept art there, didn't look like the pole art there, and people weren't happy. There's no hot topic debate. There's no, we should have known it was going to be larger and it was going to be more expensive than $80. We should have known better. No, it's not what we voted for. Amazingly, Mattel didn't take this as a negative response from the loudest, most angry fans. They actually took it as maybe constructive criticism and went ahead and paused the campaign. So right now, Snake Lair has pumped the brakes. Now, the picks going around over the past couple days are actually what we wanted. They're 3D concepts created by the amazingly talented 3D artist Danny Aguilarte. Aguilarte? Southern accent really sucks here. I'm just saying. That shows a two-piece clamshell design adapted from Axel Jimenez's art. It's what we voted on, and it looks great. It has where it's got all the snakes on it. It has the Iron Maiden on the side there. It's just boom, 3D. There's no interior. It was no interior that was really shown in the artwork or anything like that. But that's it. That clamshell is like it's there. It's wonderful. Now, people are buzzing about this, and this is what I'd have to say this is what I voted for. I voted for Snake Lair, and I mean like this is what it should have been. So I don't for 1 minute believe the negative response uh, to SDC's stuff is a lack of perceived nostalgia. Just because we didn't have this as kids, it wasn't in the original line, doesn't mean we don't want Snake Lair. We just don't want this improved nostalgia version of Snake Lair. Uh, Back to Origins Eternia. I told you to remember that a little over 4,000 of the original one were made. That means there was a slight chance that original MOTU fans saw them at a friend's house. There's a slight chance they owned them. You know, there's definitely some people out there who had them, but a slight chance that they saw them in store. Most likely, they saw it in the art from MOTU. They saw it in the ads, if that. Now, most of what fans have seen of Eternia prior to the Origins crowdfund would have been in videos, in forums, or references to like MOTU classics in a lot of their character bios and stuff. It was heavy in there. And from that, 9,291 people backed Origins Eternia. That's about 5,000 people who never touched the toy, more than likely, who never owned it, who had no want or desire to pay twice what the crowdfund was to get like an original one that probably had the monorail track disintegrating already, because it's not that they had it as a kid. Those extra 5,000 people, uh, they wanted it. In theory, with the extra 5,000, they wanted it because it looked like MOTU. It looked like that original design there. It looked like it fit in the MOTU toy universe there. That's what they wanted. They didn't want an improved design. And they don't want the improved design of something that never existed, with this improved nostalgic look for the Snake Layer. They want that OG suitcase clamshell look that was in the art. Mattel, you got to keep it simple. Not everything needs to be ridiculous, exorbitant. It's something that's just so bloated and just full of accessories and extra figures and things like that. Keep it simple. Now I know some people are pushing, hey, it's they don't want the snake layer. They never had it. It never existed. Go for something that actually existed. Go for the fright zone. That's being pushed right now. And I'm not saying my opinion after seeing the limited poll options that were tossed around with that decision, right? That conclusion. Uh, it was very leading options. There was only ever going to be one kind of answer when people are upset about what's going on with the snake layer. No option to be like, hey, if they went back to the original design, would you want that? No. It's just like, hey, would you rather have the fright zone crowdfunded? It's going to end in one way in a poll right there. But there's no way the fright zone should be a crowd-funded thing. The original one was like three plastic injected molded plates held together with clips, a flippy tree, a rubber hand puppet, and a couple like an action feature and a little jail cell for He-Man. There's no way this thing should be $150 or $200 bloated with value from extra stuff. A crowd-funded playset monstrosity. It should not be that if that does happen. And honestly, it shouldn't be what's going on with the snake layer. Thank goodness it was paused. If we get that, there's no reason that like a snake layer or a fright zone should be more than a snake mountain or a castle Grayskull by much. Should it be more? Possibly. And probably if it did happen, it'd be a creations exclusive and never hit retail. I mean, if it did that and it was a little bit more, because, let's be safe on things, sure. And honestly, I think we all have come to understand that a crowd fund is really just a minimum order quantity pre order. That's it. If it doesn't meet that minimum order, it doesn't get made. No one loses any money, kind of, sort of. Uh, and they don't have where they're sitting on a lot of product. That's fine. I'm down with that strategy. I'm down with like a minimum order quantity pre-order. It works. It helps companies and stuff like that, even if they're large ones like Mattel. You know, people still gotta get paid. Who have where they do the art, they have where they run the business and things like that, and then also tippy toppy CEO people. Everyone's gotta get paid. I'm not here to debate that. But back to Snake Layer. Should it be a crowd fund? Yeah, I do agree it never existed before, so it isn't quite a safe thing to put on shelves, but it wasn't exactly a safe thing to take the art or take what you were showing us and then just, I'm going to say improve nostalgia, but let's go wild with it and add like a robotic snake track vehicle thing, a extra exclusive figures, a throne, make it three-piece, make it have where it clips together, have rotating snake heads, all sorts of extra crap. It just Keep it simple, please. Should it cost $350? No. No, it shouldn't cost $350. I understand Eternia. What's $500? I'm not saying Eternia is not worth $500. I'm saying Snake Lair shouldn't be made to be $350 of a playset. It should be made to be at most like $100 playset. Not, oh, what you showed us at SDCC is overpriced. No, that's a lot of stuff going on there. Even when you say, hey, it looks like it belongs in an Imaginext playset or something like that, or it's very toyetic looking and less like it's MOTU. What they showed there is worth $350. What we want is not a $350 giant playset that's arguably close to the footprint and size of the MOTU Origins Eternia. No, nobody wants that. Don't, no, no. We have only so much space. You don't need to take away from the centerpiece that is Eternia. Don't do that. If, if by chance anyone from Mattel is watching this, we don't need every crowdfund you do for a playset to have where it's huge and have a hefty price. We just need you to expand the line and keep the original MOTU look. If you want to improve on that look, do it with crossovers. Do it with the MOTU TMNT crossovers. Do it with more WWE MOTU crossovers. Do it with I don't know, crossover with Transformers. Why not? You have where you're crossing over with everything. Just just don't cross over with Fortnite. Cut that. Don't do that. Please don't. Don't. But that's my opinion. But don't think fans don't want more MOTU. We do. We still want more MOTU. If you keep putting out stuff, we're still gonna keep going after it. Fans just want you to be open about these things. Talk to us. Don't wait a year and go, surprise, this is what you're getting. Oh, we know you wanted like a hamburger, but here is a ribeye steak. No, just have where it's like, hey, this is what you voted on. Here's it brought to life. Here's the 3D version of it. Here is the plastic clamshell nostalgia box you wanted. That thing that's going to scratch that collector's itch. But that's just being honest with your fans, with your customers. Don't mislead them. But tell me what you think down in the comments below. Were you excited for the original concept art that was put up for poll last year? Did you like the San Diego Comic-Con Snake Lair that was shown that was, you know, in the flesh, well, in the plastic there? Do you think that was really cool looking? Would you back it? Do you want the fright zone? Just go ahead and be honest. I won't pick on you if you have where you really would rather have the fright zone. I want the fright zone. I just don't want it to be a freaking Mattel Creations crowdfund monstrosity. Just give me the 3 plastic plates, a goofy ass tree, a snake puppet, and a couple other things, and maybe a figure. Why not? But this has been Billy Beige. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for listening to this rant. Later, guys.